It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Browns and the Bills, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. As a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they will be led out by a young man, probably with some butterflies here. A lot of anticipation making his first NFL start. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career. And
he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And this pass broken up. And the contact well in time there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Off the play fake. Dugan. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come. Out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 11. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain there for the Bills. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Second and 3. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jalen Waddle there to make the grab. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to take over again on offense, out comes Cleveland. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Dugan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st and 10, Dugan. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Back to throw again.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Browns drive about to get started. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before break. Dugan. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Browns drive about to get started.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Dugan. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in Week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. so this will go only as incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there, gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
And they'll run again. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but they're quickly brought down.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's to Waddle on the quick slant.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 35. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
This from 54 yards away.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, man, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. Move there, looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dugan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Back to throw, Dugan. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dugan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. A great play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bills on
just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 17-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now the Browns down 17-14, 2:15 remaining. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here, he's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
He's back to throw. And he's got it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Now it's the Bills' turn, trailing by 4, 36 seconds remaining. And they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7. 7 yards to pick up there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory.
Jones Shorty. Thank you.